Alright. With any luck, I should be streaming. Yep. So, was it yesterday? Must have been yesterday.
Yes.
Yes, it was yesterday. Many attempts to try and land on the Sun Station. A few of them were almost successful.
Yeah, you did successfully land on the Sun Station. You just didn't get inside it.
I landed. I didn't park.
Yes, that would be accurate. Alright. So you did learn quite a few things the last full stream, so
yes, I did.
You may want to, as I say, you may want to review your ship log and see what your current list friends are, or you can continue to try and land on the Sun Station.
I still want to try and land on the Sun Station. That is still my priority.
Well, you did get fairly close.
I did. Alright, switching to this immediately. Let's make sure I'm in orbit.
Yeah.
Who's the direction that I'm
So you're now heading away from it.
Yes. Let's just pause this a little bit. So we're heading away from it.
Slightly misaligned with the orbit. Given how frequently you're just flying away from the sun, I'd probably just thrust down hard until you get close enough to start maintaining an orbit.
Yes, but if I do that wrong, I will slam into the sun.
Yeah, true.
What I need to do is reduce my orbit properly. Closer than I would like. Just.
Well, close.
Alright, don't be overly ambitious. Nope, 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 nope.
So I think part of the problem there, as you're going in, you were thrusting up, but because of the way you were angled, you're also thrusting against the direction of your movement.
Which isn't too bad. Sometimes.
The combination of upwards and forwards might work out in that situation.
Yes. Part of it is I need to be careful not to fling myself out from the orbit.
Yes.
If I put a little bit too... If I accelerate forwards when I'm at the close point of the orbit, that'll fling the far point of the orbit further away.
Yeah.
Yep. I landed remarkably safely
Yeah,
there.
you stubbed your toe and tripped over.
Let's go for a nice, gentle jaunt.
So something you could try next time, assuming, well, if you don't make it this time, you could try waiting like 20 to 30 seconds before launching, so that you're on more of an intercept course.
I did that a lot worse than I expected. I was sure I would have been fine with that. Also, trying to just immediately fling myself straight to the station is not going to work.
Yeah.
That's just going to get myself killed. Yeah, the intercept itself is less important than the stable orbit.
Fair enough.
Which, quickly getting a stable low orbit over a star is not trivial. A little more for this time, so I don't just immediately crash into the mountains. What's that trajectory like? Not too bad in theory. I'm assuming this is properly scale.
Yeah, I believe it's actual scale.
Should be at least a circular orbit, actually, I think. Move the speed off a bit. Where's that station? significantly increasing the speed of my orbit. Interestingly enough, going faster takes longer. It is catching me up slowly, which is kind of what I want.
You started drifting, I think. Yeah, you started drifting out.
Necessarily, because if I'm in an elliptical orbit around it, should be okay.
Here it comes. A little bit too high.
Fine. Yeah. Start there. Thrusting down hard.
It's the only problem with elliptical orbits is that they throw you out at the worst possible time.
Yeah. Thrusting down should circularize my orbit somewhat. Thrusting back should bring the far point in.
Here it comes. Oh. Okay, if you hurry, you can get out.
Yeah. I've tried to go forward.
Your gravity crystal may be damaged.
A little hard to do anything about that right now.
Yep.
Look, I'm still in a stable orbit, to be fair.
Yep. And you got plugged forward. But
yeah, for all the good that does. Come on. Nope, gravity crystal seems fine. Oh.
you just have to wait while your ship tumbles until... Yep. Almost.
Yes, unfortunately there is a rather prominent gravity one.
Yes.
What is it? Watch off top, headlights. Look, I'm still keeping up with it.
Oh, there you go.
Come on. Conveniently, this is not killing me.
Yeah, so there is a lock-on point at both the left and right side, if you can get close enough. You need to head down.
also need to not be fumbled. Ship is in a more stable orbit than me. So I'm chasing it quite nicely. This is intentional at this point. I'm hoping going into a slightly longer orbit will bring me back in line with it by the time we come back around.
Yeah.
Meantime, I'm just going to watch the shopping. It's
Yeah,
it won't be
look-
enough that I can do to change it.
Yeah, looks like you are coming in close.
Should come out a little way. But should still be in a stable enough orbit that it will go around faster, catch me up, and then I should hopefully be able to rectify it. Not too bad. Am I going to plunge into the sun? I'm sizzling, but no. I can't survive another pass like that.
Yes.
Not that there's anything I can do about it in either case. Can I pull it a marshmallow? Come on.
Yeah, I don't think the timing's gonna line up, unfortunately.
I was so close.
Yes.
I circularized my orbit a little bit, which hopefully should keep me out of the dangerous amount of heat.
Yep.
It's not. Come on, catch me up.
Comes.
No. Double nut.
Yep.
Fine. That's nice. The oxygen isn't a concern.
Yep.
My target melted.
Yep.
So I shall too.
Yes. Unfortunately, you've only got about 10 minutes to try and get onto it before it gets incinerated.
Yep. I love how there's one screenshot which isn't looking at the sun actively. In some capacity. Yep. 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 Try not to blow up the systems this time. How about
Yes.
Not quite well.
It's the moon. Nice. Oh, you're floating, so you'll have to drop fast.
Oh, come on. Oh, you... Ah.
Yeah.
Why is my orbit not the same as its? My speed was 0.
Centripetal force.
Yeah, sure. I'm not going to be able to recover my ship. There is very little chance of me recovering my ship.
Well,
Look, that was
depending on if you're about to plunge into the sun or just pass by closely.
very closely. Huh. Very closely, but not into.
Tasty.
Just like a marshmallow.
Which, incidentally, you can actually roast marshmallows using the sun.
I was wondering.
If sitting at a campfire when the supernova goes off, it will burn your marshmallow.
Not quite what I was expecting you to mean by that, but I suppose it is the more appropriate. Alright. Once again, almost had it. I'm getting better at this. Tempted to... No, I have other priorities. I can hit the quantum moon anytime I like.
I mean, you can also hit the sun station anytime you like. It is true about literally everything in this game.
Technically true. However, in this case, I'm going to say that I'm currently focusing on this one, and I don't want to break the pattern.
Fair enough.
That's going to hurt because I mildly miscalculated. Ooh, but not as badly as I thought.
Let's get a nice front row seat to a flaming ball of plasma.
No, I think the front row is about 2 kilometers behind me. Ooh, that texture is getting awfully close.
Well, hopefully the elliptical doesn't squeeze you back into the sun. Very nice. If you go forward a little bit, you might be able to get your front landing gear hooked.
What? Let's nestle myself nicely in like this. And kill my velocity the best I can. Yep, wrong buttons. Go. Yeah. That's it. Go. Alright, fine. Don't go. Did I just lose all the electrics?
No, it just doesn't turn on unless you're buckled in.
Yeah, about that.
Well, you've lost the station, but at least you're in a stable orbit.
Yes. There. Oh. About that.
That was very close though.
Physics.
Yeah, the only problem is you have to have the hatch aligned at the sun when you get out, otherwise gravity is a menace.
Yeah. Good idea. I was thinking I'll have it not aligned with the sun so that I can do shenanigans. That's very bright. I do appreciate how quick it is to get into the ship.
It's, but there is an even faster way. You can jump over the ledge behind Slate next to the elevator, and then jump up into a geyser and use the force of the geyser to land on the launch pad without using the elevator.
No!
It is a speedrun trick that requires very precise alignment to have it actually work. But it is very funny seeing people complete the game by jumping over a cliff, getting caught on a geyser, and completely skipping acquiring launch codes.
Yes. Nope. Little too much gusto.
Ooh.
Honestly, this is the longest part of this process.
Yeah.
It was really interesting and mysterious the first few times. then when I'm going through 1,000 loops of trying to land on the sun station, it's a little less interesting. Got the minute.
Coming in a little bit hot there.
A little bit. It's really hard to tell how much force I'm putting into it and how much that's shifting the far side of the orbit, especially since I can't even tell how far through the orbit I am. Just a very unintuitive process. It's not like I can say to the space program here, hey, can you give me, can you push a patch through in the next 5 minutes to the mapping system to project my orbit live? And yes, I really mean 5 minutes. Any longer than that and I die. Well, more than the point, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Why? You'll understand in about 10 minutes. A little bit more. Focus on getting a safe orbit, stable orbit. Then I can work on reducing it. Put that down. Don't care right now. Trying to brute force an orbital intercept is a great way to land in the sun. But with orbital physics being what it is. Just got it. Just catching me up. That should work on this. Nope, 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 nope.
Ah.
I just give it a tiny nudge.
Yes. Orbits are very fragile things at this scale.
Yeah. Orbit this thing close enough that you can skim the surface with your finger, and not an inch closer, and intercept with something doing the same. Well, at some point, probably when I eventually get Kerbal Space Program 2, I'm going to not need the flight assist stuff. I'm just going to be able to do the orbital intercepts by eye. Yeah. Hi.
It's the moon.
Tis the moon. Alright, which way's up? Better question, which way's forwards?
You're looking at it.
Yes. Thank you. Honestly, that's actually not the worst.
Almost got it.
Stable. Yep. This also is. So the directions I'm pressing actually make sense as what I'm seeing. And also you can see the thrust vectors.
Oops.
It's lovely knowing that the landing camera doesn't give you the thrust vectors. Oop. That was interesting. So I'm going to orbit back up a little bit. Which direction this is right. Yeah. mess with me, interloper. Missed it this orbit. Where it went.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna have a diversion. I'm gonna go after the moon.
Sounds like a good idea.
The moon doesn't kill me as fast. Don't need marshmallows, I need the moon. Is the moon made of marshmallows? That's not intended as a serious question, please stop pondering it.
Well, but
Okay.
but
Trying to mark it.
man. Oh, you need to mark a location on the moon, not the thing itself. I think. If you go to it, see that. Can you mark any of those? No. You may not be able to because it's quantum moon.
True. Yeah. But I can find it easily enough.
Yeah.
First step, getting to an actual orbit.
Yeah. I think I see it just behind the sun. Although it might have left your field of view now.
Yeah, probably has. Okay. Oh, where was I? That is Tower Shot. Quantum Moon is over Giant's Deep. Is that the Quantum Moon?
Yes, it is. Mm. You got it. And you looked away from your camera.
No, I didn't. Alright, fine.
I mean, to be fair, the monitor for the landing mode is on your dashboard, and the picture is up to your right. So,
Hi. That was a little closer than I was hoping for. Can I find the Quantum Moon? Look at it and then look away from it.
you saw it for a second. Yeah, it's right there in front of the sun.
Oh, whatever, it's just gonna be fast. Go back to it. Yeah.
You flew through the atmosphere. You might do better if you align with it and then use match velocity before you descend.
Yes. Okay. Interesting. Because it's over the Hourglass Twins, it is a reflection of the Hourglass Twins.
Yes. So, to answer your earlier question, technically it is possible that at some point in time it could be made out of marshmallows, but
Provided there is a planet made out of marshmallows for it to orbit around.
yep.
I believe.
Yeah, you've already read all of this.
Yes. I should not mess with buttons.
Solanum.
It's lower gravity here, but that might just be me not remembering what it was like when I was there the first time.
Recall the rule of the sixth location. Recall the rule of quantum entanglement. And you have recalled the rule of quantum energy.
Yes. I do recall the rule of quantum entanglement. I have no idea what the rule of the sixth location is.
You have seen it. Do you want me to remind you?
Yeah, sure.
I may not get the exact wording right, but I believe it was to explore the moon in its sixth and most secret location. The shrine must be at the North Pole.
I currently around a different planet. Ah, Dark Bramble. Cool. Yeah, I'll get back to you later. Or I'll get back to you now. Gravity saves. This is thoroughly creepy. Oh, and I can actually get all the way to the North Pole on this planet. Location. No? Yes. And in fact, it is here. I don't want to go in just yet, because I want to explore...
You're not
Oh,
quite at the North
not
Pole.
quite there. That would be in the heart of whatever this thing is.
Yeah, so what one challenge that they had with the game design is there are a lot of different places where there's ice in the game, but they needed to make the Dark Bramble ice visually distinctive, that you could tell it was ice from Dark Bramble whenever you encountered it on another planet, as opposed to the
Yes.
regular ice.
Yes, it's got that particular texture to it. Anyway, where's the tower? Which, of course, it wasn't a moment ago, but when was it ever? So, Dark Bramble. No, it's deep. It's wet.
Yep.
Stop it. Each one has its own way of keeping you out.
Yes. It's very poetic that both the actual planet and the quantum moon both have a giant cyclone around the North Pole, and the one on the actual planet contains the Tower of Quantum Knowledge.
Yes. Is there anything else to be gained from this place? Or just exploring for its own sake?
Just exploring for its own sake. The giant's deep moon is very empty.
Yeah. It's there for a second. No. You're not the one that I want. You're still not the one that I want. What I should probably do is get my scout onto the tower when I find it. Nope. Hi. There you are. You. There's one more to do. Okay. I've been to you, I've been to you, I've been to you. Was it Timberhearth or Brittle Hollow that I was on the first time?
Timberhearth, I believe.
Yeah, it must have been. Brittle Hollow? I have no idea what the time is right now. I do appreciate that there are plants on the moon.
Yeah, that's pretty much the North Pole, I think.
Yeah, this is in fact it. Wait, you move. No, not there. There. Wonderful. Excellent. And very pretty. Hey? It's still there every time, and that's what surprises me.
Yep. Yes, it's
Also, because he's no
Solodon
longer on the top.
is... Yeah, I
Anyway.
think it fell off at some point.
Yes.
Here we are.
Quantum Star. Other question, where's my ship? Did it survive any of this process?
I think it got left in space when the moon moved.
Yeah, probably did. So, fine. Right. Okay, good, that does still move.
Yes, every other location it can appear in is completely encased in rock, however. So if you open the door at any other location, you just get met with a solid wall of quantum rock.
That's promising. It is everywhere, 63-ish meters away.
Yes.
Quantum fluctuations? Yes. Oh, you're alive. Hi. They're never going to believe me back home. I think I know well enough where we are. Who are you? Oh. Pick up you stone. Pick up me stone. Pick up moonstone. Pick up Eye of the Universe stone. Pick up Identify stone.
So if you look to your right, I think you have to pick up a stone for it to do something.
I'm going to pick up the me stone.
Step back a little bit. There you go.
Insert minister.
Is this your first time on the Quantum Moon? It's my first time here.
How long have you been here?
If you've come here looking for answers, I hope you find them.
So do I. Yeah, no, we'll leave that there. What is this one?
Like many of my clan before me, I journeyed here to see the Quantum Moon's reflection of the Eye. This is the closest any of us have come to seeing the Eye itself. You may think I'm strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely alive. Perhaps my journey has reached its end.
Look, considering that you're here at all, the fact that the idea that you're not actually alive is honestly comforting.
They're just stuck in a quantum state of alive and dead. Literally Schrodinger's Nomai.
Yes.
Because you've seen her corpse multiple times. We do not have much connection, you and I. Still, this encounter feels special. I hope you won't mind if I think of you as a friend.
Please do, insofar as you are able to think and are not actually dead. Explain you.
I am on my first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon. All Nomai in my clan make this journey when we come of age. Even though the Eye cannot be reached from here, the Quantum Moon remains special to us, as it carries us nearer to the Eye than any other place we know. I've journeyed here to be close to the Eye. While the Eye is obscured from our sight, we can see the Quantum Moon's reflection of the Eye in the sky above us.
I is obscure. Okay. I want to see what they do to this. Explain, I guess.
These are the two tenets of Nomai philosophy. To seek out and to understand is our way of living.
I appreciate that they had an intelligent response to that one. Quantum Moon, Eye of the Universe.
I imagine you've noticed the Quantum Moon changes in appearance depending on which location it is currently orbiting. For instance, the Moon looks quite different when orbiting Giant's Deep than it does when orbiting the Hourglass Twins.
Yeah.
Because the Quantum Moon clearly changes in its different forms, the Eye, being this moon's primary location, must be similarly malleable.
Also must presumably be quantum, fundamentally.
From this, we can hypothesize that the Eye presents extreme changeability.
That doesn't sound like a terrible idea to mess with at all.
That said, despite its malleable nature, the Quantum Moon becomes locked to one specific version of itself when it is consciously observed. But what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the Eye?
That is an interesting thought indeed.
Suppose you could reach the Eye of the Universe. Would you try to enter it?
What's the worst that could happen?
What do you imagine the effects of a conscious observer might be?
Once again, what's the worst that could happen? I've spent the last couple of hours flinging myself into the sun. It's only so bad it can be.
Many in my clan have believed the Eye called to us for a particular purpose. When I was a child, I used to believe the Eye was malevolent, to have lured my clan to this star system, only to then vanish from them so completely. But I don't fear the Eye anymore. In fact, it became my fondest hope to see the Eye itself, someday. But I fear this may be beyond my reach. You may think I'm strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely alive. Perhaps my journey has reached its end.
Yeah. Alright, who is... Identify. Yeah.
We are orbiting the Eye of the Universe now, although we cannot see it, only the quantum moon's reflection of it. The Eye is older than the universe itself, and my clan believes it dwells in an extremely distant orbit around this star system.
An orbit that presumably would take more than 22 minutes to arrive at. Alright, explain it. If you can.
There is fundamental uncertainty throughout the universe. Normally, this uncertainty is only observable on a very small scale. As one approaches the Eye, however, that uncertainty grows enormously.
Yeah.
The quantum moon probably exhibits macroscopic quantum behavior because of its proximity to the Eye. Shards that broke off from the quantum moon have a similar effect, as I imagine you've seen elsewhere in the star system.
Imagine happening on this place first, and just by fiddling around you manage to land safely on it and then get to the different places.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Conscious observation forces a quantum object to collapse to a single possibility. What would happen if a conscious observer somehow entered the Eye itself? Over time, this has become my clan's greatest question.
We'll also point out,
Yeah, so
you clearly are not a conscious observer, otherwise I wouldn't be able to be here.
yes,
Any other combinations that would be interesting?
I haven't been keeping track of them, but everything combines with everything else.
Yeah, really quite nicely, frankly.
Yes. Oh, and in regards to accidentally stumbling on stuff, all of the planets either have something blocking the North Pole or a ring around the equator or similar to prevent you from accidentally getting there without having figured out how to do so.
Yes, but you could conceivably turn off the lights, accidentally turn off your torch, and happen to arrive at the Eye. Or happen to arrive at, Little Hollow, and then make your way to the North Pole one, and then... Anyway.
Have you encountered a quantum shard on another planet? Shards look the same as the quantum moon's surface does now, while at the Eye. From this, we can reasonably infer the quantum moon's natural state is as we see it now, and that the Eye is its primary location. Given the quantum moon is the Eye's moon, it's likely that any characteristics the moon exhibits are also exhibited by the Eye itself. The quantum moon and its shards, for instance, are quantum, thus the Eye is likely also quantum.
Ooh, which means that that orbit might be very interesting. I'll leave it at that.
In fact, this moon is probably quantum because its proximity to the Eye made it quantum, the same way that areas surrounding quantum shards that landed on other planets eventually became quantum too.
Yeah. Let's go. Explain me.
I imagine your purpose here is the same as mine, to learn about and to find the Eye of the Universe.
No, my purpose here is to try and undo whatever mess of a time loop you lot have landed me in. Hopefully in a way that ends up without the sun going nova in the process, and if that requires me to find and understand the Eye, then so be it.
I'm not sure how you arrived here, however. Perhaps you came from another star system, as my clan originally did?
We evolved here fresh? I don't know. Identity.
I never met one of your kind before. It's an honor to speak with you. I particularly admire your 4 eyes.
Thank you.
There are many questions I would ask if I could comprehend your language. You have my gratitude for understanding mine.
Yes, it has saved an awful lot of time, I'm sure. At some point I'll probably come back and... Actually, I don't know if I've done you with the things. I'll find out in a second.
I am Solanum, a nomad.
Ah,
My clan arrived in this star system before my birth, and we now call it home.
sorry, the sun calls. I will, Nope, I've already done that
I'm
one. I'm going to assume that's the last. And I'm going to jump into the eye. Dang it. Let's try that again. Huh. Where's my ship?
If you get off the moon, you'll be able to see it again. It should be orbiting... Well, was orbiting the Hourglass Twins. I think it got eaten by the sun.
The Hourglass Twins still exist?
Yeah, but it was, it suddenly left the quantum moon while in close orbit to them, and then the sun pulled it in.
Yeah.
Oh. Incidentally, if you're on the quantum moon while it's orbiting the eye and the supernova happens, you get the same effect if you, as if you just were outside the solar system.
Yeah, it's tempting as much. That was interesting.
Oh, 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. It's the first time in a while I've let the sun go nova.
Yeah. So, we'll let you know that Ryback on Brittle Hollow it does have some dialogue where you can let them know that you met an actual Nomai. You're talking about they'll never believe me. Well, there is at least one person who will believe you.
Ah. Then to Brittle Hollow I go. Actually, I also want to visit the guy on Dark Bramble. Sorry, not Dark Bramble. Although
Giant
also
Steep.
that Giant Steep, that one.
Yes. I think you might be able to talk to Gabbro about it as well. But
Yes.
I do not recall.
At the station or a chunk of the...
That is the station.
That one, on the other hand... where are we? this is the one to be on. Got that on. Let's go say hi, gravity. So, able to fly here. Hi.
Even in a bad time, buddy. How's space treating you this loop?
Nice. It's nice and refreshing to be wet rather than on fire. Anyway. I saw your ship again, apparently.
I hope it's having fun. Did you say hi for me?
Sure.
Hello again.
Hang on a second. Oh, sorry about that. Family's going to bed, and I should do likewise before too long. Found something. It's probably the one with new stuff. No, nothing new as far as I'm aware. Still there, Isaac?
Yep.
Excellent.
Yeah, one area that I do. Wait, one of the few areas in this game that could have had a bit more expanding is more dialogue options to tell people about things you found in the time loop. Because it's
Yes.
largely just limited to stuff relating to people on the planet you're on. There's a few exceptions here and there, but yeah, overall.
I was just a touch paranoid that what I was looking at when I looked out again wasn't what I would have been looking at when I had landed. I've been dealing with quantum stuff for too long. Anyway, Brittle Hollow. Where is Brittle Hollow? Also, still haven't tried to land on Hollow's Lantern,
Yes.
which is a mini version of the sun, as far as I'm concerned. And
Yeah.
I'm sure as far as the physics is concerned. That's going to go behind the sun. So I would be best off not flinging myself into the sun.
Yes, you've had a lot of practice doing that.
Hi. I'll land on you one day. Which will be the same day in either case. There you go.
Yes.
Anything noteworthy about the chunks of lava? Or just don't get hit kind of thing?
When they land on chunks of planet, it reduces the surface integrity. which incidentally is a physics-based interaction, not a scripted one. Crashing your ship into the planet with enough force will do the same thing.
So I suppose you could actively destroy the planet notably faster than it would do it by itself.
Yep.
Anyway, where is the way in?
So, the way you used earlier, before holes existed, was at the crash site, if you want to look for a distress beacon. Because that one is frozen shut.
It's a way off, not too bad. Definitely far enough to warrant using the ship.
And as we have pretty much everything else in this game, there is a faster way down, but you will need to find the other end of it first.
I'm going to leave this here. Nice and safely here.
Yeah, as mentioned, physics interaction.
Yeah. Right,
if you can try and get picked up by the gravity funnel to your right.
Oop,
Oh.
that's a hunk of rock. Come on, come on. Ooh. Now, what is this? Ah, right, I never actually identified his signal.
Mm.
Ah,
Oh, you launched. That's great. Great job, you.
yeah.
Wow, I guess that means I've been out here a while, huh? Well, this is Brittle Hollow, but you probably knew that.
That's a decent idea.
Lots of history here. It's great.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to see the Hanging City. It's always been my dream to see it with my own 4 eyes, ever since I was a hatchling.
Interesting question to come out of that. How do you see? Not the point.
An alien race lived in this solar system long before our species even existed. How could I not want to see what their civilization was like? Only... You've probably heard the others say it, right? I'm afraid of space. Seriously, I'm more surprised than anybody that I'm out here. Do you want to know how I even got this far? I fell. Tripped over a gravity crystal. It's dumb luck I landed somewhere my little scout says is halfway stable instead of being sucked into what's below. I've been gaining the stability of the ground around me using my little scout, and this seems to be the place with the best surface integrity. So I'm just going to stay here until I'm ready to move on.
Yep, you do that.
But that's enough about me and my problems.
Sorry.
Oh well, wait, shouldn't you?
I've already been through this one. Oh, Southern Observatory.
Yes.
I've forgotten about that. I learned something. That's the one I want to go through.
Oh, cool. What is it?
Important one first. I talked to a living Nomai.
Ah, that doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. I am very excited for you, Mo. Please stop yelling. What? On the Quantum Moon, you said?
Moon, yes.
There's a sort of living Nomai on the Quantum Moon?
That's certainly probably the best way to describe it, yes.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I kinda tried to. It's a little bit weird.
Oh wow, this is the best thing that's ever happened in the history of Outer Wilds Ventures. I can't believe you talked to an actual Nomai.
Yep.
Great, so I just have to go back into space, fly to the quantum moon with zero visibility, find a spooky ruin, and travel through a few different types of dangerous terrain to get there.
It's not that dangerous. But yes.
Okay, yeah, that's not so bad. That's probably doable.
Look, if we ever get out of this thing alive, I'll take you with me. How's that sound? Anyway, more stuff that I learned. Probably all of this, frankly. I went to the comment and learned some interesting stuff.
Oh, wow. So that's how the Nomai died.
Seems to be.
That's really sad, isn't it? I know it was a long time ago, but still.
One of them, at least, kind of escaped.
Stars above, it's lucky we hadn't evolved to live on land yet. To think, if the comet hadn't killed them, our species might have coexisted in this solar system. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
But I guess if I hadn't wanted to learn why the Nomai disappeared, I'd never have left Timber Half and come out here, or had any of these adventures.
You would have had an entirely different set of adventures.
Don't get me wrong, space is terrifying, but, you know, it has its moments.
Found the Nomai escape pod on Brittle Hollow, which is not far away. I wonder if I'd already said
Wow.
this.
So then, the Nomai probably came here from somewhere outside the solar system, and they must have been in trouble when they launched their escape pod, but what kind of trouble?
Dark Bramble is my guess.
And where did the escape pod launch from? I'm so curious!
Once again, Dark Bramble.
This is an amazing discovery. I hope we can find out more about how and why the Nomai arrived here.
Yeah, I'll get to it. The old settlement? I suppose the one on the surface.
Where they set up underneath the escape pod.
Yes.
Isn't it amazing? Hard to believe the settlement is still standing, but there it is. It really makes you appreciate living somewhere like Timber Half. You know, somewhere that isn't being constantly bombarded with meteors and rocks and stuff.
And isn't being actively eaten by a black hole. Yeah, I don't know if I've done this one. I went and through the Sunless City on Ember Twin. I think I've still got a bit more to explore, but I'll get back to that. For now,
I mean, there's another Nomai city inside of Ember Twin? That's incredible. A whole city and I had no idea it existed. This is great. How do they keep the sand out? If it were me,
That's a
I'd be
good
nervous
question.
about getting buried in the caves by that awful river of sand. Gosh, to know my sure were ingenious building an entire settlement underground. The Sunless City. Wow. It means there were two groups of Nomai. One that lived on Ember Twin, and one that lived here on Brittle Hollow. But they must have travelled around the solar system, since Nomai writing can be found on other planets too.
yeah, they were pretty good at traveling around, it seems. Our profession. Anyway, I'll see you later. Or earlier, depending on how it goes. Now... Let's see if I can get back to the, Black Hole Forge, which I believe is that.
Yes.
So, how does one get to that? Like this. No mind.
Yep.
Surface integrity. Not great.
Well, that was deeply unpleasant. I made it this far though. Guess that's the part to focus on and not how I'll eventually have to get back up that path.
Yeah.
But wow, this place sure is something. Looks like the Hanging City is north from here. And east is a gravity cannon. I definitely want to see that. And another thing, I'm detecting oxygen from somewhere below, which is good since I used up a lot of my supply screaming during the trip down from the surface.
Doesn't surprise me.
As soon as I stop dry heaving, I'm going to head farther down below so I can refill my tank.
Yeah, good plan. Conveniently, is a map.
Yes, so Tower of
You are
Quantum
here.
Knowledge, the Southern Observatory, the Hanging City to the north, and the Gravity Cannon.
Ah, that is a bit of text.
Gravity
Gravity
Cannon,
Cannon,
east
east.
400 meters. And there it is.
That. Beautiful. I don't have long left here. Let's try.
Gravity Crystal Workshop, above 140 meters.
That one. And of course, the view is entirely relative to where your feet are. So,
Yes.
yeah. Let's pay attention to what this thing is, which is a railing,
Yes.
because apparently they ran out of gravity crystals on the path up to the Gravity Crystal Workshop. That's going to be a chunk of dark gravel, isn't it? Something unpleasant. Where am I? I'm on the surface, okay. Somewhere I've not been before. It stows off until the end of time.
Journey here from the South Pole has been, I'm going to go with harrowing because of the, all of the meteors. But hey, at least I made it here unconcussed and not on fire.
That's a
Okay, let's see. I poked around a little, and there's some sort of old nomai path that starts across from my campsite, inside a ruined building with the trees growing out. Doesn't look like anything horrible, just stairs leading down. I can handle stairs. After I get my supplies together, I'll follow the path and see where it leads.
Having read the later thing, it leads to screaming and dry heaving.
Yep.
Marshmallows. Anyway. Yep, that Rungi death. And nothing
A
else.
little bit.
Yeah, surface integrity is pretty good, and there's air, which is always a nice plus.
Yep. There's one more building you didn't look inside. I don't know if it had anything in it or not. Like the one on the left there. Looks like it's empty.
Nice little spot here.
Mm-hmm.
Apart from you. Alright.
Yeah, it's a bit. This section has a significantly higher surface integrity than anywhere else to make sure that it doesn't drop prematurely. Which is why it only dropped 1% after that impact.
And this is quite late into the cycle to be taking that first hit.
Yes.
Alright. It's the best way to get there. Nice and safe. So glad that worked. Gravity cannon, I'm curious.
Hanging City, north.
I do not want to go to the north. Yet, maybe?
Well, north is directly in front of you.
I'm aware of that, yes.
There is a bridge.
There is. Well, there is still a bridge. Yep. Well, there is still a bridge. Okay.
School district. Meltwater district. Ice Shrine district. And Black Hole Forge district.
What? Look at that.
The Meltwater district.
Yes. I'm most interested in the Black Hole Forge at the moment.
Black Hole Forge controls.
Sure, sounds like a plan. It is a glass surface. So again. That looks like a teleport point. It is.
Yes, you were there very briefly.
Yes, I figured. This is not air. Black Hole Forge controls with no instructions. Ooh.
Yes, so most people come here first and then try to figure out how to get up to it.
Yeah, cool. Now I need to figure out how to get back up to it.
Yes.
I have mildly forgotten all of that. This is conventional ice.
Yeah, the sections with the ice caps cannot fall. They're locked. The north and south poles are locked there permanently. Nice refreshing shower. The Ash Twin project requires a powerful, highly advanced warp core. How should we obtain it?
There is no answer. Oh, shut up. Okay, interesting.
Solution 2.
Nope.
We could craft a new...
Nope. Let's find solution 1 first. Don't fall off. So be solution 1.
I feel strange trying to recreate Anona's warp core without him. At times, it still feels strange to no longer be his very young apprentice, and for the Black Hole Forge to be in my care and not his. Hypothesis. This will always feel strange. Even though my time with him was short, I miss my old mentor, and deeply. To have the chance to try is thrilling, but I don't want to disappoint everyone. I think I can do this, probably, but what if excitement has clouded my assessment of my own abilities?
Probably.
Still, all I can give is my best, and as Anona would say, should my best prove insufficient, then we will find another way to achieve what's needed. I have Clary and Root in the Forge, and I have my Claire. I am not alone. Was I wrong in volunteering to build it? I was born in this star system and never saw Anona's warp core with my own free eyes. I only know what he taught me. What if I've bitten off a larger portion than I can consume?
I really appreciate that. Really long, large spiral has that much text. Shorter, smaller spiral has more text. Anyway.
Solution 1. We could retrieve the warp core from the vessel. This would require a return to Dark Bramble. Flume, my father, said many good Nomai perished. My mentor, Coleus, and his old mentor, once discovered and studied an anglerfish fossil on Embertwin. Using that knowledge, we could avoid the anglerfish entirely.
What knowledge from that?
I remember that anglerfish fossil. We used to play in Fossilfish Cave when we were children. What Mallory and I learned from that fossil would theoretically help us evade the anglerfish, but our hypothesis was never tested on a live specimen. The vessel's warp core is broken, at best. Recall those present when the vessel crashed said it sustained lethal injuries. There is no guaranteed reward for this risk. Even if it no longer functions, the old core could be a valuable blueprint, provided we're able to transport it back here.
True. Reverse engineering is a very useful thing.
Perhaps we could still repair it. My grandmother told me there was little time to assess the nature or extent of the damage.
Yeah. What's the other option?
Vision 2. We would craft a new advanced warp core inspired by the vessel's warp core.
Yeah.
Abandoning the vessel's warp core and its casing means losing valuable knowledge. This is true. However, it's knowledge we have little hope of recovering. I think it would be best to relearn, I think.
Especially if it's an option.
The greatest challenge here, I think, is we don't have the design for such a powerful core, or any of the original crafters of the vessel's core. No, but Poke was apprenticed to Anona, who created the original design, and our Black Hole Forge is adept at crafting simpler cores.
Yeah.
I believe I can be of use here. The vessel's warp core was created before my time, but Anona explained many of his designs to me.
That is the benefit of being an apprentice.
This is the safest path for our clan.
Safest but slowest.
Is the safest path the best one? Our goal is worth the risk.
Also, if I've learned anything about the Nomai, it's that it's, safety? What's that?
Also, Avon's and just Avon's the one who was talking there is the one who tuned the settings too high on the probe launcher.
Yeah. Safest path. Sorry. Clearly lay out what the safest path is. Turn left. Go.
Is it though? We tried for so long to find something that I and others now believe might be impossible to find. If the search for the eye is a futile one, we should choose the option with the least potential for harm.
Yeah, sure.
I would very much like to craft such a powerful core. More relevantly, I believe the Black Hole Forge crew and I could recreate the basic design.
Yeah. That's fair.
And there is more upstairs when you're finished exploring down here.
Onto the roof. Thank you very much. Yeah. There's quite a lot more upstairs. In fact, there are quite a lot of stairs to go up. Yeah. I missed. I'm gonna go the same way.
Yes.
That doesn't consume all of my
Gravity
precious
gravity
fuel.
here is little bit stronger than Timber Hearth, but by enough that it does make a difference.
Yes, if Mr. Run there, I don't believe so. Let's just go up. This is a weird building.
Yes.
Well, there is access from
Behold,
just...
a shortcut.
Yes. Now, can I ever find it again? Yeah, I probably could do. It's not too hard to find. Yeah. Ow. Again, ow. Given the look of the sun, I don't have time to worry about how ow that was.
Yep. And your ship is a little bit far away. I think it fell through.
You think? What with my ship being out at the Whitehall station,
Yeah.
along with half of Brittle Hollow.
Well, with the time you have left, might be worth just doing a quick flyby of the South Pole.
Yep, how's my fuel? There's a fuel thing over here. Is there a limit as to how much fuel is in these?
I have never reached it.
Gravity cannon would be interesting to investigate at some point.
I'm pretty sure you have been to the gravity cannon before, but
Yes,
I don't think you explored further around it.
To investigate that ship. Suppose just get in.
I'm here! I did it! I put the ship down safely.
Well done, in a spot that won't collapse in.
And that the ship went down, and I didn't sustain bodily harm. A few minor repairs, and it's like the ship never even hit those rocks.
The rocks hit you.
One of my better attempts. Feldspar would barely have laughed at me, I bet. That's the good news. The bad news, I haven't found a way inside this structure yet. The door is broken, and I know I'm not great at exploring, but I think I would have found a different entrance by now if there were one. Probably. I can't get inside from here, but I know there are paths below the surface. I'm going to head north to the ruins of the equator to try to find a way down.
Yes, those ruins are definitely still present. Hello. Further planets out.
Right.
Interesting. I think I want to make one more pass at trying to land on the sun station. And then I'll call it good.
I'm going to have to call it here for tonight, so I'll have to make that attempt next time.
Fine. Spoil spot.
It is 11:30.
Yeah, 11:35. Well, good night.
Good night.
This was productive.
Yes.
Lots of very interesting things that I've learned. Lots of
Hmm.
tantalizing things that I've nearly managed to get to, and turns out I can't actually get to the eye because it doesn't like me.
Yes. That is quite unfortunate.
Basically, jumped into the eye while the quantum wind was around it, and it basically said, "No, just go home."
Yep.
Oh well. Good night.
Good night.